Welcome back, guys. So we're just gonna go over a couple of things right now. I got a little bit of time before deer season. It's gonna start in 2 days. I'm so excited for that. But for now, I was just gonna come into the shop, stand around the boat, and kind of just review. I believe we've had this boat for around 7 months. So I normally do my reviews on things around 7 months. Like, we use it a lot, so I'd say we used it more than 6 times a month, which is around 50 outings in this boat. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 50 outings. But guys, we're gonna start from the top and work all the way back. So I would have to say that I am absolutely impressed with this trolling motor. It's a 45-pound thrust, and in any conditions that we were in, all the way up to 20-mile-an-hour wind, it was just pushing us where we needed to go when we needed to go there. So 10 out of 10 for the trolling motor. And the way this pedal is kind of low profile, I'm happy about it. I had another trolling motor. The pedal just was way higher off the ground, and it kind of just made it feel super awkward and very uncomfortable. So I'm liking the low profile pedal. I like the trolling motor. The trolling motor and the battery have been phenomenal. I normally try to charge it because whenever we take it out, the battery charges up for like, I don't know, 6 hours or something. And you can use that battery for like 6 or 7 hours constant cruising around. And it's amazing. You can hunt out the best spots with it. And the trolling motor pushes you at almost 5 miles an hour. So within an hour or two of just fishing, you could fish an entire lake. It's really good, really good. So I'm loving the trolling motor. Guys, I had a lot of questions about the Garmin. For me, it's pretty accurate, but I don't really use the electronics that much. I'm more of like, figure out where my depth is and then just fish certain depths. So as far as everything that I've done on the boat, if you guys watched it, the first big major thing I noticed was when we were taking this boat out and I was full throttling it and going around the lake kind of as fast as the boat could go. Guys, I swear we were rolling around for 2.5 hours and we'd be almost out of gas. I was like, whoa, the first time we went out, we went pretty far out, and I saw that we were almost out of gas. We had to turn around, head back. I brought an extra gallon, luckily. So the first thing we did was upgrade the gas tank and change this whole layout. I'll throw that video up for 2 seconds, kind of time lapse that you guys can see right now. Go. So as you guys can see, you can go look at that video. Pretty awesome. That whole setup took me about a day to do, pretty easily, to get your hands on all the parts and do it professionally. I mean, it's not going to take you a lot of time, and it's a huge upgrade. Now we have the 12-gallon up from the 6-gallon. The 12-gallon gets us like 5 to 6 hours of full throttle run time. So you come off the throttle a little bit, this thing finds its plane, you're gonna be going on a lot of miles. Like, I mean, you could probably go up to 100 miles in the boat now, whereas it felt like we could only go like 33. So I'm pretty happy about that. The motor, guys, 40 horsepower motor, I would have to say is a little slow. Goes about 25, 27 miles an hour, and it just feels like it's slow. I wish we had a 50 or a 60 on here, to be honest. If I could go back, I would have probably ordered a 50 or 60 on here. I wasn't really sure how the 40 was gonna do. It's okay. Second you start putting some gear on the boat and like loading it up a little bit more, you can just tell it's struggling. You know what I mean? So I wish this had a little bit more horsepower. 50 would probably be great. 10 more horsepower and I think it would be great. I'd also want to go like 30, 35 and not 25, 27, because I just feel like it's super slow when you're on those big setups, the big lakes. As far as these straps right here, they started kind of just eating away and they were bending super weird. And every time I was strapping them in, it just wasn't getting a good hold. So they had some cheap straps that came with the boat brand new. So I ordered these new ones for 18 bucks for the set on Amazon. I noticed that this setup right here, the way they installed it in the position they installed that sonar on the boat, it just like puts a weird rooster tail out of the water, and I just don't feel like it's in the best spot. I feel like they could have done a little bit better, maybe like put it up higher. I don't even know. It just doesn't feel like it's in a good spot, and it always catches water and shoots water up onto the motor. So I'm gonna have to maybe change the location of that or do something with that. But as far as the cranking motor, I get like, I would have to say you're safe maybe like 10 or 20 cranks, and then it's not gonna crank again. So I always charge up my cranking motor, because we had a day where we went out, we hadn't charged it for 2 days. It was probably like the 10th or 15th time I started the boat up and it wouldn't start. So the battery was dead. That sucked. We had to troll all the way back. So everyone is asking me, like, do you have to charge your batteries every time? I charge my batteries every time, and I make sure I'm topped off on fuel, and always just prepare for the worst in that sense. So yeah, the new straps, the batteries, relocated them, and the gas tank. Other than that, haven't done much to the boat. The carpet's holding up really well. In terms of the carp bleeding on the carpet, oh my gosh, how lucky. She was just about to pop out. And all of the other fish guts on the carpet and stuff, like, it's holding up really well. I just took a really spongy soapy cloth and I went over the top of this and it took all of the bad stains out. I'm really impressed, actually. I wish it was all vinyl. Like, you can see the vinyl down there, so easy to clean. I wish this whole thing was vinyl, man. That would be amazing. So as far as the things that I don't like about the boat, I wish it was faster. I love these high walls on it, man. Like, we've never even had anything come close to here. Whereas I see the other models like that Bass Boat Tracker, and you can just tell the water's almost coming over the top at some point. So we've never had water come over the top. So yeah, like, a list of the things I was just talking about would be like, if we could have more power. I didn't like the gas tank that it came with. Little 6-gallon did nothing for the boat. You need a 12-gallon or even a 30 to get out, fill it up, and be able to, or else you're having to fill up every time pretty much. So the straps were bad. The gas was stupid. The position of all that stuff back there was kind of dumb. There's like a bunch of frayed ends on the carpet under here that I've had to clean up and like burn up with a lighter and stuff. I just felt like that could have happened, you know, a little cleaner in terms of the carpet install. I love the amount of storage and everything. I love the layout of the whole front of the boat. So it was the cheap straps, you know, that's important. And that's a cheap thing to, like, you could have done you could have done better straps. They could have done better with the gas tank, maybe even just a bigger gas tank. What I did right there with the 12 only costed me $110. Figured maybe they should have done that. And this little guy right here is like, I feel like it's just super outdated. I feel like it's like a 1999 type deal, whereas they could have put something a little better on there, maybe even a live feed, like, or just don't put anything at all, because I don't even feel like you need a sonar with this boat, because I mean, you could go over like 12 inches of water and nothing touches. And we've had it in some pretty shallow areas, and it's just super easy to manage. So I feel like maybe this could have been a little bit better. But as far as the console, I love that we have a console. These seats swivel around, so you're getting better gas mileage when you're towing the boat, you know what I mean? And then when they roll back around, you can move them forward and back. So didn't like the straps. Wish I had a better, more horsepower motor, like maybe 20 more horsepower or even 10 would have been nice. Replace the gas tank. All in all, now we're kind of just free floating. We're really ready for this fall. We're going to be hitting the trout really hard on this setup, and we've already gotten on more bigger fish this year than I think any other year. Like, we've had a really good year of fishing on this boat. It's honestly been the best. Seriously, like, this was probably the best investment I've ever made for fishing. And if you guys are looking at getting one, if you're going to get a Super Guide V-16, you're going to need to change the gas tank. You're going to need to change the position of the batteries. I have videos on all of that. You're going to need to get new straps. Make sure your batteries are charged every time you go out and you have a full tank. And this thing is just set. I mean, you're set for about 100 miles of ripping around on the motor. And I think this trolling motor would do like 10 miles. I'm not kidding. Like, you could probably troll. It would take forever, but you could probably troll 10 miles on this trolling motor with one of those full green interstate batteries. It's impressive. It's an impressive boat. I've been really happy with it. Whenever we go anywhere, everybody's always like, oh, that's so nice. It's so clean. Like, heck yeah, man. I mean, it's been an amazing setup. We're really happy about it. I can't wait to fish the winter in it and have snow on the edge of the, on the mountain and stuff when we're out on the water in this thing, because everything else is freezing over and you can hit the water in the middle of winter. That's the best time, man. You catch a lot of fish during then. Guys, we're gonna have a lot of catching cooks coming up. We're gonna have a big, nice deer hunting video coming up for sure. And we have other hunters that are going out to hunt. So hopefully they can get something and we can get some more footage for the team. That's gonna be super fun. Guys, thank you so much for watching Fish Edit Repeat, where we love getting out in the Pacific Northwest. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is Fish Edit Repeat. I am Clem Tyke. And it's been super fun making these videos, and I'll never stop, guys. You know, I'll never quit, because when you quit, it's just over with. It's just done. There's nothing. So I'm never gonna quit. We're gonna keep making videos. It's gonna keep being awesome, guys. So yeah, in that sense, kind of wrapping up the video, please subscribe to the channel, Fish at It Repeat, so you don't miss anything coming up. I know we're gonna have a really exciting fall coming up right now, and the fall transition out at some of these areas we go to fish are just nuclear. I mean, you'll go out and catch 20 fish in a day, and I'm hoping to get one of those days on the video. It's gonna be really fun, guys. Thank you so much, and if you're new, thank you for joining the channel. You're not gonna regret it. We have a lot of stuff coming up, like I said, guys. In 2 days, I go sit in my tree stand to try and shoot a humongous whitetail buck. And then after that, I might go hunt some public land for an elk, a cow elk. I'm just gonna go try to do a cow elk hunt on public land. It's gonna be absolutely impossible, but we're gonna go for it. Can't wait to do that. And we might have a couple of videos coming up just scouting for elk, hunting public land. And guys, thank you so much for watching Super Guide V-16. Check out some of the other videos. They're a little more in depth. I tried to cover as much as I could right now. Like I'm saying. All right, guys. So with that all being said, we'll see you next week. And hopefully we'll be smacking down on some venison and have a huge rack to show off. It's going to be sick, guys. Take care.